Good morning, everyone. I am delighted to welcome you all today. Today, we will explore the inspiring story of Rani Lakshmibai, a symbol of courage. We will learn about her life, her bravery, and her lasting legacy. So, let's get started and discover what makes her a true hero. Let's delve into the spark of rebellion that marked the First War of Independence. As the British expanded their empire, their aggressive policies and territorial annexations created deep resentment among Indian rulers and the general population. This wasn't just about land, it was about dignity and sovereignty. At the same time, economic exploitation played a significant role. High land taxes, the destruction of native industries, and an overall drain on resources left many communities impoverished and desperate for change. These economic hardships fueled discontent across different social strata. Adding to the tension was the issue of social and religious interference. The British often showed a perceived disrespect for local customs and traditions, which was deeply offensive. A notable trigger was the infamous greased cartridges incident, which was seen as a blatant insult to religious beliefs. This series of grievances ignited widespread revolt, setting the stage for what would become a pivotal moment in India's fight for independence. Let's start by talking about Rani Lakshmibai's early life. She was born as Manikarnika Tamb in Varanasi in 1828. From a very young age, she was trained in warfare, horsemanship, and martial arts. This early training helped her develop extraordinary talent, which later played a crucial role in her leadership. Moving on to her marriage, she married Maharaja Gangadhar Rao Nuakar of Jhansi in 1842. With this marriage, she earned the title of Rani of Jhansi, becoming the queen. Even before the major revolt against British rule, Lakshmibai showed remarkable administrative skills. She was actively involved in preparing her state for potential challenges. Her ability to manage and defend Jhansi early on demonstrates her foresight and leadership qualities. All of these aspects, her early training, her marriage, and her preparedness, are key to understanding her rise as a fearless leader. They set the foundation for the brave and determined figure she became in the fight for independence. Let's delve into how the annexation of Jhansi became a key catalyst for rebellion. The East India Company's political maneuvering played a significant role here, directly provoking Rani Lakshmibai. In 1853, her husband, the Maharaja, passed away. Following his death, she adopted a son named Damodar Rao, naming him as her successor. However, this is where the controversy begins. Lord Dalhousie invoked what was known as the Doctrine of Lapse, a policy that rejected her adoption and claimed Jhansi as British territory. As a result, the British seized control of the kingdom and pensioned off the Rani, forcing her to leave her palace. This act of injustice deeply angered her and cemented her resolve to fight against British rule. This incident highlights how strategic political decisions and policies like the Doctrine of Lapse directly fueled the flames of rebellion, making Jhansi a symbol of resistance. When the revolt of 1857 began, Rani Lakshmibai initially hoped to keep the peace and avoid conflict. However, as the situation escalated, she realized she had to step up and lead her people in defending Jhansi. She was determined and showed incredible resolve, famously declaring, "I shall not surrender my Jhansi." This unwavering spirit became a symbol of resistance. Rani Lakshmibai didn't just lead from behind. She actively raised an army, including women, to stand against the enemies. She transformed the Jhansi fort into a stronghold that was difficult to conquer, an impregnable defense. Her leadership was decisive and strategic, turning Jhansi into a key center of the rebellion in central India. This story exemplifies how a leader's courage and determination can inspire others and shape the course of history. Rani Lakshmibai's role in this uprising underscores her extraordinary bravery and her unwavering commitment to her homeland. Now, let's take a closer look at some of the key battles and the strategic minds behind them. Rani Lakshmibai was a master of military tactics and demonstrated incredible resilience throughout these conflicts. Her leadership during sieges and battles truly stands out. One of the most notable events was the Siege of Jhansi in March 1858. The British forces, led by Sir Hugh Rose, encircled the fort, but the Rani personally supervised the defenses for 2 weeks. Despite her efforts, the fort eventually fell, but her bravery left a lasting impression. Following this, she made a daring escape to Kalpi. There, she joined forces with other prominent rebel leaders like Tancha Tope. This alliance was crucial in continuing the fight against the British. Later, the rebels achieved a significant strategic victory by recapturing Gwalior Fort. This was a major threat to British control and demonstrated her ability to inspire and lead a formidable resistance. Throughout these events, we see how her tactical brilliance and unyielding resolve kept the spirit of rebellion alive, connecting to the larger theme of resistance and leadership during India's struggle for independence. On this slide, I want to highlight acts of valor and leadership that truly inspire her troops. First, her personal bravery was remarkable. She was always on the front lines, fighting alongside her soldiers, which shows her incredible courage and commitment. Interestingly, she often carried her adopted son tied to her back, demonstrating her strength and sense of responsibility even in the midst of battle. Next, her ability to motivate the garrison was extraordinary. Through powerful speeches and unwavering dedication, she inspired both the local people and the troops to stand firm against overwhelming odds. Her words and actions galvanized them to keep fighting, no matter how tough things got. Finally, she served as a true symbol of unity. She transcended social divides, rallying Hindus and Muslims, men and women, under the common banner of independence. Her leadership was about bringing everyone together, fostering a collective spirit that was crucial during those challenging times. All of these points connect to our overall theme of inspiring leadership, showing how her bravery, motivation, and unity-building efforts left a lasting impact. Presented by Jainik Patel. On June 17, 1858, the Rani of Jhansi, a symbol of courage and resistance, faced what would be her final battle near Kottakai Sarai in Gwalior. This was a moment that truly defined her legacy. She fought fiercely to defend her land and people, refusing to surrender even when the odds were against her. She was mortally wounded during the fight, but what's remarkable is her unwavering spirit. Despite her injuries, she refused to be captured by the British forces. Instead, she chose to continue fighting until her last breath, securing her place as an immortal figure of resistance and bravery in Indian history. Her heroism did not go unnoticed. Sir Hugh Rose, the British commander, famously remarked that she was the best and bravest military leader of the rebels. This acknowledgement highlights not only her strategic brilliance, but also her extraordinary courage, qualities that continue to inspire generations. This final act of sacrifice encapsulates the essence of her legacy, a relentless fight for freedom and dignity. Her story reminds us of the power of resilience and the importance of standing firm in the face of adversity. Her enduring contribution to Indian nationalism is truly profound. Rani Lakshmibai's legacy goes far beyond her military achievements. She has become a symbol of Indian resistance and national pride. Her courageous defiance proved that resistance wasn't limited by gender or political obstacles. This inspired countless future generations to stand up for their country. She also exemplified incredible female leadership in an era where women's roles were often confined to the background. Lakshmibai set a powerful example, showing that women could lead and influence public life. Her story is now woven into India's national narrative, reminding us all of the sacrifices made for our freedom. Overall, her legacy continues to inspire us and reinforce the importance of resilience, leadership, and patriotism. Her contribution remains a vital part of India's journey toward independence and unity. Rani Lakshmibai, a timeless inspiration. Today, I want to highlight how she remains a towering figure in Indian history, whose bravery continues to inspire citizens even now. Often called the Joan of Arc of India, her fearless spirit is a powerful reminder of courage and resilience. Her story exemplifies the idea of courage over compromise. She fought fiercely for her sovereignty and justice, never backing down even in the face of overwhelming odds. Her unwavering commitment shows her deep sense of duty to her motherland. Her life symbolizes the highest form of dedication and sacrifice. She was willing to give everything to protect her people and her nation. And with that, I want to thank you all for being part of this journey through her inspiring story.